What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today I am tired of seeing all the excuses going around online about why this, why that, Solo failed because of this reason, that reason. All of the pro-Disney shill sites, they just can't wrap their mind around the reality that we've all been trying to tell them for months and months now, and they just continue to put their heads in the sand and play dumb and play ignorant when people are literally telling them in their comment section all over the internet what is happening. So I'm just going to break it down for you really quickly. I made a tweet earlier about this. I'm just going to break it down really quickly, really simple, so we can get this all out of the way. So we can get this video out there to offset all of the stupid nonsense that's been going on around all online today. Everyone was sitting around after the holiday weekend because they had to take the holiday off. I didn't take the holiday off, but a lot of the big shill sites had to take the holiday weekend off. Well, I didn't take the weekend off. You know why? Because I was paying attention into what is going on in the industry and into the fandom. And apparently everyone else has just got their heads in the sand, taking their weekends off, and then they want to come back and play stupid and ignorant once the box office numbers are official, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even keep up with the amount of excuses I've seen. So let's just go over it really simple, to the point, so we can clearly understand what's going on. The number one reason Solo failed is because of The Last Jedi. That is the number one reason. The Last Jedi destroyed the fandom. It destroyed the universe. It destroyed everything. You can say you didn't like The Force Awakens, it doesn't matter. The Force Awakens pleased a lot of people, the heavy majority of people, myself included. Rogue One, I didn't like Rogue One as much as everyone else, but it pleased the heavy majority of the fans. End of discussion. So the fandom was fine, the universe was fine, everything was great, everything was wonderful. We did start to see a few of the identity politics creeping themselves into the equation, but it wasn't that bad. Then The Last Jedi happened. Nobody was more excited for The Last Jedi than me. You all know this. I've said it 1,000 times. It was my most anticipated film of the year. One of my most anticipated films of all time. And I was so hyped for it, it took me multiple viewings to figure out how much I hated the movie. The movie, regardless of your personal opinion, and it's okay to like the movie, but that is irrelevant here. It broke the fandom. It broke the fandom. It broke the universe, it destroyed beloved characters, it ruined the greatest character in the history of movies, Luke Skywalker, and that is just a fact. You can like what they did, but it does not dispute the fact that it is what happened. That is what happened. I like X-Men Origins Wolverine, okay? That movie ruined Deadpool, but I'm not a big Deadpool fan, so it didn't bother me, but I'm not oblivious to the fact that it ruined the character. So you can like what they did with Luke Skywalker. Do not try and dispute the fact that it ruined the character. You can like it, it still ruined the character. So, the second reason, Lucasfilm's blind denial of The Last Jedi backlash. This company has absolutely, positively shut down any criticisms of this movie. They have not recognized any criticisms. They have called the fans names. They have dismissed us. They've marginalized us. They have done everything they could to discredit the fans on social media, through every platform you could imagine. They have tried to dismiss us on every single level. So again, The Last Jedi being a bad movie, that's the number one reason. But the response to the backlash of The Last Jedi, that is just as important here. When your fan base is telling you, we don't like the product you gave us, and you as a company just stand firm and don't acknowledge anything the fans are saying, that is a huge PR problem. Even with something as big as Star Wars, if you can't recognize this as a company, then you have some serious problems. And Lucasfilm has some serious problems right now because they have shut down every single critique of this movie point blank, and it's been a disaster. Now again, the blind denial, that's the second point I made. The third point, and it's going to play into what I just said, is the constant attack on the fans. You can deny it, then you're attacking the fans. And it's absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's unbelievable. Number 4, Rian Johnson is an asshole. Now again, I'm an asshole, so I mean that's not really a big deal. A lot of people are, so let's make sure we're putting that out on the table. Being an asshole in isolation isn't a problem. Being an asshole that destroyed Star Wars and intentionally ruined Luke Skywalker and ruined this universe, and then going after the people that paid for your salary and were anticipating this film, that is a problem. So Rian Johnson being an asshole is a huge problem here. So that's the number 4 reason why Solo failed. Number 5, it's real simple. Kathleen Kennedy. The woman's existence is a complete disease to this universe. She is not a Star Wars fan. She knows nothing about Star Wars. She doesn't care about Star Wars. The only thing she is involved, the only interest she has in Star Wars right now is to push her social justice garbage into the universe and push identity politics into it and push her agenda into it. That's the only reason this woman has any interest in Star Wars. This woman has no idea about Star Wars, the mythology, the fandom, and she does not care. She is a disease to Star Wars. Number 6 is identity politics, and that kind of plays into everything we're talking about here. The pushing of identity politics, the obvious choice to move away from a white male in the lead role, the obvious choice to push Holdo into the movie, Rose into the movie, Rey into the movie, and not develop these characters. There's no development of these characters. They have just been pushed into the movie just so you can check your social justice box and show how woke you are. That is a huge problem. This is one of the main reasons this thing has failed. We are fed up with identity politics. We are sick of it. Write good characters, give them proper arcs, make us care about them, and we don't care if it's a woman, a man, a black male, white male, Asian male. We don't care. Right behind me, Ahsoka Tano, a character that a lot of people didn't like in the beginning of the Clone Wars. And what happened? Ahsoka's arc was great, and she earned the audience's trust, and she earned their respect through going through a character arc. This is something that you at Lucasfilm have said point blank. You have to like these new characters. And if you don't, you are a racist and a sexist. That is identity politics. That is a problem. That is a huge problem. And it's ruining a lot of things right now. So, now the least important reason this movie failed is because, and it's a point I've made, nobody wanted a Han Solo prequel movie without Harrison Ford. We didn't. And that's fine. It's true. We didn't want it. But if you take all of the points that I just mentioned, and they aren't a problem, then Solo would have still made a lot of money this weekend, and a lot of people like myself would have been in the theater at least 2 or 3 times this weekend watching it, because I love Star Wars and I want to see Star Wars succeed. But under the reign of Kathleen Kennedy, Star Wars is a disaster. It is a social justice platform, and even with the fact that I want to go see Solo, I've heard things that I might actually like about Solo, but there's a bigger picture here in mind, and we have to make a stand as fans. So those are the reasons The Last Jedi failed. The Last Jedi being a thing, which is fine. You can make a bad movie. Nothing wrong with making a bad movie. Rian Johnson was ambitious. He tried some things. He failed. Instead of owning those failures and acknowledging that the fans did not like it, they doubled down. They doubled down, they ignored the backlash, then they attacked fans for the backlash. Rian Johnson is a complete asshole. Kathleen Kennedy is a disease to Star Wars because she does not care about Star Wars at all. And identity politics. Identity politics ruin everything. So those are the points why Solo failed. It's really simple, and all you have to do is take your head out of the sand, pay a little bit of attention to what's going on online, and you would know these answers. I'm not giving you these answers because I'm some know-it-all. I'm giving you these answers because I have something that is lacking in the online community today. Common sense. You guys have a great day. I'll see you tonight for the live stream. I may be a little late. I've also got to be on World Class Bullshitters, the High Council tonight. I'm traveling. The weather here in Florida has been terrible, and I'm traveling through Georgia. So all of that is going to be up in the air to see if I can make the live show for my channel and make the live show for the High Council. We will see. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.